Good afternoon. Here in sunny Olympia, Washington. Yes, sunny. We get sun here sometimes. I'm Reggie.
And I'm Beth.
And we are two Rottweilers and an old couple.
On Rottweilers on Video. We call it two Rottweilers and an old couple because the goal is to present information as a non-breeder. Even though this video is going to talk about doing a couple of litters, we certainly aren't, pro breeders by any means. We're going to have to really get some help getting through that, but it's our desire to give information in a non-breeder way with vernacular that you understand and acronyms that are explained, except for ADRK, which is the German Kennel Club. Don't know what that stands for. It's German, but it's called ADRK. And the RKNA, which is the Rottweiler Club of North America, which we're going to talk about, founded by Jane Mitchell-Moore, is ADRK standards essentially here in the United States and all of North America. So that's the goal of our videos to you. We are here, as the title states, we are actually looking for a unfixed female, otherwise known as a, go ahead, say it, Reggie.
2 to 3 year old bitch.
Yes, even a year and a half maybe?
Year and a half might do.
Right. Yeah. We have the option with Mr. Max here to do frozen semen or fresh and shipped semen. We would like the opportunity to breed a couple of litters, and we'll get into why we've decided to do that. And Reggie, you can pop in any time.
Well, I just wanted to go back to the bitch thing. People are uncomfortable with that word, but it's dog talk.
Mm-hmm.
And
yep, an unfixed female dog. And one that's able to have puppies is a bitch. Okay. So that's what they call them. Misused in our human conversations, to say the least, I think. So Max is 5 years old now. Of course, he's sitting right next to Reggie.
Eating cheese.
Eating cheese. We ran out of doggy treats, so we cut up some cheese. And
Maggie Potts.
We've had him and observed him for 5 years, and when we bought Maggie first, we bought Max thinking we were going to breed, and then we learned so much more about Rottweilers and what it means to be an ethical breeder that we decided not to, because the purpose of a breeder should be to pass on good genes, good pedigree. Yes. And Maggie, as adorable as she is, just didn't have the hips and the elbows and the heart. Her father died at 5 of heart problems, and we really made the right decision when we fixed her. And we thought, well, maybe we'll do the frozen semen thing with Max, but there have been changes going on in my work, and so I'm home more, and it just feels right to just try to breed ourselves. That's our desire. So with that, I just want to kind of give you some more facts as to why we feel Max is a good stud.
The best, if you don't mind me saying so.
Amen. I can't disagree with that, actually. I guess I'm going to start out with the biggest. I had it written down last, but I'm going to say the biggest the biggest fact about Mr. Max here, Maximus Jakobski, born, and I always like to say the breeder. He was born from Mike Baumhouse Burns, born as John Boy Baumhouse Burns, and his father was Hazelwood Ice.
Look at this.
This was his father, Jane Mitchell-Moore, a very reputable breeder in Victoria, Canada. got Ice from Hazelwood Breeders in Finland. And she was very fortunate to get one, and not anyone can get a Rottweiler from that breeder in Finland. And Ice mated among others, but he mated with a female from Baumhaus Burns.
Kennel.
Yeah, with, you know, excellent hips, heart, elbows, award-winning. With the passing of the Queen and all the talk about royalty, it just makes you think more and more. I mean, I get pedigree now. I never used to understand it, but a good dog that comes from a good line is going to be different from a dog who comes from a not so good line. Now, he's 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's 5, and so we've watched him for 5 years. And Reggie's going to get a little bit more into his character, and it may sound like we are trying to sell him, but really what we're doing is giving information on our male so that somebody who has an unfixed female, 1.5 to 3 approximately, who you would like to rehome, you can talk a little bit more about the home too that they're coming into. Excellent care. So anyway, when he was 4 months old, and actually we can move on because I covered everything and didn't even look at my notes.
But problems. And I used to love to walk this dog, and I couldn't do it for a long time. Well, not too long ago, I put his collar on him and took him out, and it was just like yesterday that he had been on a leash, heeling, not tugging, not pulling, just walking alongside me perfectly. And I don't know how many dogs would do that after they haven't had to do it for years, you know. So he retains things that are they're just. I'm sorry, I keep using the word phenomenal. I do apologize for that, but he is, and that's what we want to try to get out there. We're not looking to make fast buck breeders. We're not. We honestly want to do 1 litter a year and pass on some extremely wonderful dogs.
Absolutely.
That's all I can say.
Yes. And the female that might come into, you know, talk to anybody who has one to rehome and a purchase price. But you were going to talk also a little bit about what the female can expect coming here and the fencing and so forth.
Well, like I said earlier, we have, as you can see, some of the gates and stuff. We have this bark area that we can close those gates off, close that gate off, and then they have the run here. We can open that gate, they have the whole run of the other side.
Straight across from us, yeah.
We have another 8-foot gate in the back there, and we can close these gates and keep them in that back area. Plus, I built, I don't remember, what do you call it, birthing room? What do you call it?
It's a birthing
Female
room.
here would they'll just love it. I mean, it's all the running you can do in 1/3 of an acre.
Right. And the birthing room, it's cool. It's got a, hi, we're doing a video. What are you doing?
Next,
and we're just as like casual as can be. But hey, how's it going? Yeah, so we have a doggy door going in and out, which is nice, that can lock. We really set this whole yard up. It's about 1/3 of an acre for our dogs. We got rid of all the beautiful grass and the flower pots and everything, and we just set it up. Though those 2 dogs took off through the gate, he was told to stay. Look at him. He aims to please. He's a phenomenal dog. Must have puppies.
Okay. And just one other thing, and just to touch on.
I'm gonna have a dog treat.
He was tested, his hips, X-rays, all this kind of stuff, and it didn't. The breeders sent us to this vet, and this vet didn't know how to do this process, so they did it at the sedatum. It came back that he had this problem, that problem. So we got a hold of the breeder, went back to the vet, instructed them on how to do these tests, and they came back that he was good to breed. That paperwork was sent to Germany, and when you send a dog's X-rays and everything about him and blood and all that stuff, there's a panel of 3 judges. They sit and they look at information.
And they're vets.
And they're they're
they're
vets, but they're there specifically to look at what kind of dog this comes from and what kind of breed he is. We have the paperwork they sent back that he was cleared in almost every single category.
Which had us scratching our heads because the OFA here, which is the Orthopedic Foundation of Animals, was like, he flunked. Then we sent him new pictures that were better, right?
Right.
That were done properly, and he passed with flying colors. So it's always good to know that your dog isn't going to have, you know, they still could, but a good chance of, I forgot JLPP.
Yep.
JLPP. I don't have my phone because my phone is recording, but JLPP is a disease that is specific to Rottweilers and black Russell Terriers, I believe. Just 2 breeds. And he is a carrier, so that's important. If puppies if like Max were to mate with a female that's a carrier, there's a good chance that the puppies could have that disease, which by the year of 1 causes paralysis and pain. It's horrible. So that's why you test for it. And I hope that breeders test for it. So we would need a female that is not a carrier, because Max is. It's not uncommon to be a carrier. A lot of males are carriers, but that's also important to note. All right, are we done?
Well, let's take a minute and let people see Chips. This is Mr. Chips.
Oh, Mr. Chips.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a miniature schnauzer. Come here, Chips. Here, let me have a treat. Come here, Chips. Come here, Bubby. Not you, Maggie. Chips. Chips. Chips.
Come here, Chips.
He's going to come to you. Here's a treat.
Here.
Yeah. We're dog sitting.
Come on. Yes, Chips is...
They can't see him, I don't think, yet. On camera.
Okay, well...
He's too far away.
We have Mr. Chips here, and he's here staying with while his master's in the hospital. And Mr. Chips is a little schnauzer terrier, and
miniature schnauzer.
These 2 dogs have been so good to him.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't had a worry in the world.
No, I'm shocked. And I think Max just kind of does one of these. All right, I think he just kind of like ignores them, you know.
All right.
And we weren't sure. Oh, now they're after him because Reggie's holding him.
Okay.
That's why.
All right.
But it's also so that they were kind of a little leery when he first came over. Ever since then, no problem. Now, I don't think we go out of our way to show him the attention that we show these 2. We have to be careful about that, and I think that helps. But he still gets very good care. So, yeah, look at him.
Yeah, he even gets Braunschweiger to take his heart medicine.
Which
Oh, there we go.
I don't know if Braunschweiger is something to brag about, is it?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Pig's liver.
I guess to a dog. You know what? Not on camera, dude. That's another problem. Come on now. Not on camera. All right, you guys have an awesome week ahead. And take care, and God bless.